is up, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about this guitar, my Schecter Zach Vengance Signature Series Limited Edition Cracked Mirror guitar. Now this isn't really going to be a review. This is just going to be more of a excuse me, talking about this guitar. Let you guys hear a couple sounds and kind of tell you how I ended up with this guitar. But check it out, man. I don't know if you guys even knew he made one. That was a cracked mirror. This is made by Schecter. It's super awesome. It's even got this cool knife inlay right there, folding knife inlay. Super cool guitar. But let me sit down here, grab my phone, read some specs, play a couple riffs, and have a little bit of fun and talk about this guitar a little bit, since I really like this guitar a lot. I'm going to read you the specs off just so you guys can have the specs on the guitar. But it's not really, this isn't really a review about this guitar because you can't even get this guitar anymore. But it's a mahogany body with a fractured mirror top, 3-piece mahogany neck. It's got Seymour Duncan SH4 UB pickups, Tone Pro system in it. The weight on it's 12.6 ounces. Let's see here. The model number is 40 back model number. I don't care about that. The fretboard material is rosewood. Like I said, Seymour Duncan pickups. The scale length is 25.5. Mahogany body. Anything else in there? Tone Pro system pickups. It's got a push-pull coil system in it, and that's about all that's on here. It's all the information I can find on it through my research. Let me throw my phone back here. But I didn't buy this guitar new. Ironically, this guitar ended up in my collection in kind of an odd way. As you guys heard from the intro, I played a riff for you guys so you guys can kind of hear how this guitar sounds. It's actually a really mean sounding guitar. But the way this guitar came to me, and it's pretty beat up. It's got big chunks taken out of it here. There's another big chunk of wood missing here. It's got a lot of dings and stuff in it, because the guy that had it before me did not take care of it. Now, I did not even know that this guitar was a Schecter guitar, let alone it even had a mirrored finish on it, because when it showed up at my house, it looked like a dirty, gray, falling apart piece of shit. The pickups were falling out, the knobs were falling off, the input jack was falling out, everything was just falling apart on this guitar. And it was so dirty you couldn't even tell that it had a cracked mirror finish on it. I didn't know. I actually just set it on a guitar rack and forgot about the thing. Now, long story short, the way it came to my house is my daughter's boyfriend and her ended up staying with me for a little while. And when they left, he left the guitar here, and they never came back and got it. Probably never will come back and get it. And if they did come back to get it, if he tried to come back and get it now, he'd have to pay me for fixing it. Because I would not do that. Plus, they owe me so much damn money that he'd never try to get it back anyway. So that's a whole other story. I will tell you this, is that blood is not thicker than water. That's about all I can say about the situation. But long story short, they didn't stay at my house long. But I ended up with this guitar. So after they had left, it was a few months had passed. And I had sat there and was looking at my guitar racks and saw this guitar sitting over there. And I was like, well, what am I going to do with that thing? So I decided to kind of tighten everything up on it as best I could and play it and see if it sounded like anything. And so the first thing I did is I got it going and I hit that first E chord on it and was just like... And that right there, I was like, holy cow, that thing sounds good. So, right then and there, I played a couple riffs on it, just playing some stuff, you know. Did a couple things like that, and I was like blown away by how good this guitar sounded. So I was like, I gotta take this to my guitar guy. So I took it to my buddy Rob. He used to work at Stacy's Music in Charlottesville, Virginia. He still helps out there from time to time, and I called him up. So he said, hey, just meet him at Stacy's. I brought the guitar up there, and it needed soldering. The wiring was all loose inside of it and everything. So he took the guitar. I spent a couple hours there, and he totally fixed the guitar up, set it up, did everything for it. I'd already cleaned it up some. We really cleaned it up to get this finish back out of it. And after we cleaned it up, got the finish cleaned up, I got the guitar playing, I was just like, wow, look at this thing. This thing is super crazy awesome. So I was like, yeah, it's all shiny, super cool, and just really cool guitar to have in my collection. And it turned out to be a Schecter. And I remember when I was looking at it, I was rolling it around when I was looking at it before I fixed it up. And I was rolling around, and I looked on the back of the neck, and on the back of the neck it had that SGR, which is Schecter Guitar Research, and that's what caught my attention on this guitar. Now, I realized it was a Schecter guitar, so I started doing some research looking for it. Found out that it was a Zach Vengance's Signature Series limited edition guitar that he put out a few years back then. I mean, it's been out a long time ago now. But and I did some research on it, and then I researched was trying to figure out how much it was worth and all that. And the cheapest I found one on Reverb for about $900 used, in about the same condition this one is in now. And so I was like, wow. So I did some more research, and I finally found out that like the original price tag for this thing was like $12.99 or $13.99, somewhere in there. And so I've seen them go on Reverb here and there now for anywhere from that, like between $800 and $1,000. So it was really worth fixing up and stuff, and it actually plays really good. Now it's got kind of a less poly neck, sort of. It's a little bit thicker, but it's thinner back here. It's thinner back here, but kind of thicker this way. So I feel like it's like a almost like a '60s Les Paul neck kind of feel, but a little bit thinner. But it plays really well and it sounds really good. So I've been really impressed with it as far as it plays and stuff. So let me just kick out a couple riffs for you. You guys heard the intro. Let me kick out a couple of other things for you, so you guys can kind of hear how it sounds. I'm gonna play some punky stuff, I guess. That it's my original stuff because I don't want to get gigged on YouTube for anything. But let's just play a couple riffs and kind of see what we got. So it actually sounds really, really good. I'm really impressed with it. If you're wondering what I'm playing through, I'm actually playing through my Boss GT1000, through this Orange Crush Pro 120 over here, through that 212 cabinet right there. And it's being mic'd up through here, and I got a mic up there as well, and that's how you guys are hearing it. So, super really cool guitar, and not a whole much more to say other than if you guys can find one, I would definitely, if you want something cool. This reminds me of like Paul Stanley from Kiss. I'm a big Kiss fan, so it's kind of cool to have a cracked mirror guitar in the collection. And it is a Schecter, and Schecters are my favorites. And it's just a great sounding and playing guitar. It's got the push-pull here, so you can split your coils if you want to. Volume and controls right here. This is volume knob for your neck pickup. This is volume knob for your bridge pickup. And you got a tone knob right here with the split coils. And it's just a cool guitar, and I just wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit and do a little bit video on it. Like I said, it's not really a review. It's just talking about one of my Schecters that I have in my collection, kind of how I ended up with it. And it's going to stay because, like I said, it was a limited edition when they put it out, and you can't get it anymore. So it's a super cool guitar. I love having it in the collection. I like having something unique like this in my guitar collection. It's just really cool guitar to play. And it's the S1 kind of series with that double cutaway, and it's just a super, super cool guitar, fun to play, and just for good like rock and roll, hard rock metal type sounds. This thing really just does the job and does the ticket. And it's already beat up, so I'm not too worried about like dinging it anymore. It already has, because I take care of pretty good guitar. I take pretty good care of my guitars. So this thing is probably beat up as much as it's gonna get in the lifetime it lives with me, but it's definitely gonna stay in the collection. And I just want to show it to you guys. I did a video on my Schecter collection of guitars, but I wanted to do a specific video on this guitar, read off the specs of it. And if any of you guys out there know anybody that's got one, or if any of you guys have seen one before, that would be cool to hear your stories and stuff, and what you think about this guitar. Because, I mean, it's super cool. I mean, check it out, man. It's like super, super cool. You know, this is a super cool guitar. And it shreds, man. It sounds super cool. I really love this guitar, man. It's a really great guitar. Just a fun guitar. Just feels good. The only thing, it has a little bit of neck dive on it, which I don't like. But when I use my leather straps on it, I don't get that. But it's not a whole lot, so it's really actually comfortable to play when you're playing. So it's a pretty sweet guitar. So anyway, wanted to do a little quick kind of video review showcase of this guitar. If you guys have ever found one or seen one, I would definitely recommend, if you guys are into rock and metal and just good classic rock and roll, you know, or heavy rock or metal, I think this would be a great guitar for somebody. You definitely have to kind of like a Les Paul though. You have to definitely kind of enjoy that Les Paul feel as well on the guitar. But it is a really nice guitar, and it's a super flashy guitar. I mean, if you want somebody to see you all the way in the back of the room, this thing is going to reflect like crazy when you're on stage, which is kind of cool. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Do me a favor, leave, you know, the comments down below. Hit that like and subscribe button, all that good stuff you guys got to do for YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing and watching the channel, and we will see you guys on the next one.